Hello, everybody. Today is the 28th January. We are having a MicroProfile technical call. Please help out with the minutes. Let me share my screen. Okay. So, yeah, please remember to add your name to the minutes. So the agenda, like the MicroProfile tutorial. So both John and I reviewed it. So I put some comments on the directly on the PR. So I saw Torren is actively working on to address the comments and also adding more kind of chapters. So please help out with the reviews with the new kind of the PR. So there's a few more things. So micro, okay. Tutorials, tutorial. So there's a basic telemetry for tolerance, also create a source code, and etc. So it's yeah, please help out to do the review. Okay, John.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate to everybody that it's kind of important for us to do this because it's a decent chunk of our budget, right? Our discretionary budget. So I'd urge everyone to take a look at the um, tutorial chapters that they find relevant or interesting or whatever. So I went through the open telemetry or microprofile telemetry one yesterday. I saw Sergey went through the JWT chapter, so that was awesome. But please take a look if you get some cycles. Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, I also saw like some other comments added to the telemetry chapter as well. So it's great. Yeah, as John said, please help out with the reviews. So it's kind of the, hopefully because that's kind of the I think is the Turin is yeah is going to finish the remaining chapters hopefully kind of at the end of January or early February. So also it's great if we actively kind of working with him. Okay, so that's for tutorial. The technical program plan. John, did you manage to create any kind of do anything with this? Create an issue?
Yeah, actually, I was doing it right before right before the call. So it's in progress. Started with the technical ones. What I'm doing is, some of the items still existed from last year, with maybe minor updates. So I'm going to the issue and I'm just changing the subject from or the title of the issue from 2024 to 2025, and then I'm updating the contents. So I'm not creating new issues. I'm just updating the existing issues. Um, there's also some like older issues going back to 2022, and I'm cleaning those up as well. Either, you know, didn't make the 2025 plan, closed, etc., or issues that have been addressed. I am cleaning those up as well. So by the end of the day, I should have that done for the entire program plan.
Thank you, John. So that's good. Okay, so for Git repo migration, so would you like to give an update, John?
Yeah, I sent one last message. I'm very cautious about this one. I did send one last message, I think yesterday, to the Google group, saying that, I'm really going to do it this time. So I will, after this call, if there's no objections, submit the comment to say go ahead and do the move.
Okay, good. Thank you, John. Okay, for the release, for the health photo, I think it's kind of the for this the plan, the kind of the component specs. We need to create a kind of release note, like to create the basically the release the plan and etc. So it's kind of the also is kind of create a release on the Eclipse kind of that website as well. So I saw Martin is on the call. So Martin, is this still planned to do a? Do you still plan to do a MicroProfile photo one release?
Martin, if you're there, you're on mute. Hey, he's off mute, but I don't hear him.
Maybe some, oh, is now
Nice.
it's mute. Maybe having an audio issue.
Yeah, I think I think we've asked this question before.
Sorry, let's try it like this because my Bluetooth headphones broke, it seems. So I will try to find or like look into the issues that we have in the spec. And if I will find something else than just purely update of dependencies and follow up of CVEs, then I will file the release plan by the end of the week.
Okay.
Thanks. And I think Emily, you and I probably need to get together this week.
Oh, yeah.
To work on the spreadsheet with the actual timeline.
Yeah.
So let's offline. We can schedule that and just do a crack at the actual release. Yeah, setup.
Okay. Okay, then, so that's good. So John, yeah, we will meet up, we'll work together to get a timeline as for the same as the other releases. And then we will just like, yeah, communicate on the Google group and etc. So that spec teams will have some kind of dates to work towards. Okay, sounds good. I saw also OpenAPI photo one. I think it's they originally they said they may not be able to make it, but I saw they created some like a plan review already. So I think they are going to basically make a release for JWT. I think that's still they might make it or may not. So not sure yet. So John, did you kind of have any definite kind of news from Sergey?
No, I didn't get to that. I don't know if Roberto's on, if he has any update. Otherwise, sorry, I'll reach out and get the latest update from Sergey. Roberto, do you have any insight? Sorry to put you on the spot. You might.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, then. Thank you, John. So that's kind of pretty much okay. So it's basically the yeah. So John and I will work together, get a timeline before the next call. So it's kind of share the timeline as soon as possible. Okay, John, let's discuss offline the time slot, and then we work together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's for the 701. So the next thing is about the standalone spec page. So I kind of basically I filled in the details for the GraphQL doc, and then now it's with Ryan. So he will create a web page, hopefully in the next few days. And then also Ryan eventually also filed a new kind of the issue for the RM. Please let me see. Okay. It's on my to-do to get fill in the template with all the RM information. So hopefully it's kind of, I will try to get it done. So like later this week or early next week. So, and then we will have pages to be displayed. Okay, John.
Yeah, I saw Keto was trying to have the GraphQL meetings calendar updated. So I did follow up with where they might want to discuss this, right? So I did follow up on that to trying to figure out some of the more detailed logistics of what he wants that call to be. Hopefully Keto's able to respond to that. We'll get the meeting rescheduled for, I think it was Thursday mornings at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, so it's pretty early for the West Coast here. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, John. I was yeah, I missed the previous conversation, and then I saw you responded to Kato's notes. Thank you, John. And then it's kind of, that's pretty much with that. Basically, it's good. We kind of bring back the active MicroProfile meetings, and then deleted all the kind of the meeting, unwanted meetings. And then now is kind of calendar is pretty much up to date. So which is good. Okay, then, so that's good. Are there anything else?
Yeah, I know we can get out here early if I don't bring this up, but two things quickly. Well, maybe not so quickly. During the call, the platform call today, there was discussions about MicroProfile config again. So this is starting to ramp up in interest. So we're probably gonna, at some point, relatively soon, have conversations with the Jakarta working group about config. Okay. So in a related topic, Tabang brought up during the last call, and I brought it up as well about what's the status of CN4J, right? And is it still a thing and so on. So to me, it makes sense to have the config discussion in the context of CN4J, which is supposed to be kind of conversations that aren't had directly in one, working group versus the other. It's supposed to be kind of a neutral place. So I thought I'd bring those.
Sorry, John.
Go ahead.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I didn't attend the platform call. Can you give some more detail on what Jakarta wants to do with config? I mean, because we've been in this road before, right? And it's just becoming annoying at this point.
Well, some of it includes the historical context, like, should it move entirely over to Jakarta? I brought up, the reasons that I think it should remain in MicroProfile. That those being the governance models are very different. The cost model is very different. And I think it would also weaken MicroProfile as specs of interest, with Jakarta REST being the other spec, being moved out of MicroProfile. That's kind of, from a red hat perspective, that's a -1 vote. That's a bit of it. There is a real need, I think, within the Jakarta community to have some sort of configuration. Some of the bootstrap questions came up. Maybe we just don't use config in CDI. Maybe it kind of it does its own thing in terms of the bootstrapping. So, a bit of discussion around that. I don't know, Ed, I think you were there, Emily, I think you were there as well. Some of it's mostly the historical reasoning. It's just they're trying to get ahead of it for Jakarta EE12, right? Let's have this conversation early, so specifications that would want to use a config spec can use a config spec, and so we need to do it early in the Jakarta E12 process. And Tom Watson brought up a point I think that we at Red Hat would agree with. It's like, why do specs have to be in Jakarta? Why can't they simply use specifications from other places? Valid question. I know there's issues around that potentially. So anyway, that's my summary.
Yeah, so that's great. So what's the next action? And so who will do the C4J calendar invitation and etc.?
Yeah, the plan was to invite the people when the Jakarta people are not so heavily involved in the web profile release. So that will start soon, I think. The web profile TCK release is on the way. And yeah, when that is in safe water, I would say, then scheduling an joint meeting with the involved people, especially you, Roberto, and Dimitri, yeah, to find some ways to solve the technical issues. And then the discussion in the platform call today was also, yeah, maybe having some newsletter or mailing list discussion about the organizational aspect and impact that might have. And the idea is, yeah, to solve that technical problem first, defining the scope of Jakarta config, how it will be related to MicroProfile config, so in one-to-one move as it was planned originally and then refused by Jakarta. Defining only a subset of the features of a MicroProfile config, then we will have a MicroProfile config release that is has a dependency to Jakarta config, or split up the MicroProfile config into two parts, so even CDI can make use of some subset of config that does not require or depend on CDI itself. That we discussed before, and yeah, and of course I will agree. The CN4J mailing list will be the important one where the things should show up, so everybody is aware of that topic. And maybe we can start when we invite the people to add to the Jakarta platform mailing list, and of course the MicroProfile config mailing list too.
Yeah, we have a few options, so can discuss options. So that sounds basically wait for E11 web profile release. Hopefully it's just a wait for the kind of, I think it's not necessary we have to wait for that to finish. And maybe it's that in the next basically 3 or 4 weeks. So it's the kind of wait for a couple of weeks and for the dust to settle, and then maybe we can start a conversation. So anyway, can start a discussion. I think that would be a long-lasting conversation. So it's so John, do you think you will handle basically the meetings or something, or what's the plan, John? John?
I think it should be the Jakarta working group that calls a meeting.
Oh, okay.
I just because the Jakarta working group is the one that's kind of leading the effort to deal with a config in Jakarta. So I think that's probably best. I also think it's best to have the conversation in the context of, the CN4J Alliance mailing list. So those are the two things, comments I guess I have on that.
Okay, we can bring up in the next Jakarta E call, Jakarta E platform call. So yeah, work out the plan. I think that makes sense. Okay, good. Anyway, basically wait for the currently, as Yan said, busy with all the web profile discussions and etc. So hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks, things will settle and can concentrate on this E12. Okay, all good. Are there anything else people want to bring up?
Just one question, Emily. Other member of our team wants to join all the calls and also the repositories probably on the following weeks. What is the process? Can I share to you on the chat the name of the member and the email, and probably we can add it to the group. I don't know. I don't remember how to.
So the
How to
course
make it.
is, so the course are all on the calendar. Okay,
Only on the calendar. Oh, okay, I got
yeah,
it.
so let me,
Uh,
so let me put on the link here. So let me see. And then you can get get all of MP course
mhm.
here. So you can subscribe to that, and then you can get all the course and with joining details.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay then, great to know, Alfonso.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay then, are there anything else? Okay, if not, we are doing well, so you can have like 34 minutes back. Okay, good day.
Yeah,
Talk to
thanks,
you
everyone.
later.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.